Hello, hello, welcome back. Welcome to my stuffed crust. Wait, this is an awesome recipe. It is so much fun to make and it is really easy and the whole family can just get right into it together. It's awesome. Great for freezing and reheating. Alright, let's do the dough. First of all, we need dry yeast, instant dried yeast. I get this from the, wherever you get your flours from in your baking aisle. I got it from the IGA. We need olive oil, extra virgin of course, some salt, 580 ml of warm water and plain flour, and that is all we need, folks. Alright, are we ready for this? Alright, so I usually make it reasonably warm, that way by the time I've got everything ready the water's warm, okay? So 580 ml works out to just a little bit over 2 cups. Now down one side we want 2 heaped teaspoons of salt. And on the other side we want 2 heaped teaspoons of dried yeast. Oh man, this is so good. You'll never go back to store-bought pizza again. 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Now I'll just get the tool that I like using. I thought I was organised, but now it is. Okay, so I love using one of these spatula thingies with, I think they're wooden. Yeah, this one's wooden. So wooden or plastic. I always use the handle to make my doughs. And then you don't have to use your hands at all and it's really quite clean. So only a little stir in. And this end here is awesome for like scraping your dough out after. It makes it so much easier. Just do what you got for now, but when you can get one, grab one, they're heaps cheap. Okay, now we've done that, we want to put, I better just check. 5¼ cups of plain flour in there. With the end of our spoon, we want to mix it all up. Now I'm getting a second bowl because I don't have a gigantic bowl to do this, because we're going to leave it sit aside for 1.5 hours and it will double, triple in size. So yeah, I need 2 bowls and you probably will too unless you've got a giant one. Alright, so just keep doing this and scrape around the edges to get it all in until just one chunky ball. Now normally for my thin crust I'll just leave it like that, but because it's a thick crust, it's a bigger dough. Stuffed crust is a bigger dough. So what we have to do now, scrape it off, get the other end, try and get it down, loosen it, scrape it all around the edges into a ball. Alright, now we've got to roughly get half. I know it's a pain in the ass. If you've got a really big bowl you don't have to worry about this part, and yeah, well, you could do it after, like when the dough's ready, you put it in half. So this is going to be a pain in the butt, but anyway, I'm going to get it and I'm going to put half in another bowl. Can't see if you can see both in there. I reckon I've got it pretty close. Okay, so now the next thing we have to do is you have to wrap it in Glad wrap. I will do it a couple of times. Excuse the mess all over my hands. And then we get a tea towel and put it across that to keep it nice and warm. And then we want to put it in a dry, warm place. So the only thing that will stuff it up is if you put it near a window or a door and you get a draft come in. So if that's impossible, put it in a cupboard or in the oven without the oven on. Somewhere where there's no draft. I usually just, like at the moment, I think it's 1 degree tonight. So I've got everything going, so it's pretty warm in here. So I'm just going to stick it in the corner of my kitchen. Alright, so we put them away for 1.5 hours exactly. So while the dough's doing its thing, I usually get all the toppings ready to go. Glad wrap up and chuck them in the fridge, and then when it's done, it's all ready to go. So I get tons of bacon. I'm going to be making pizzas all night, so I'm using heaps of it, but just use as little or as much as you want. Chop it up into big chunks and put it in a bowl, cover it up in plastic and put it in the fridge. Now I use sliced ham from the deli section. I'll just get it and roll it up. I use about 4 pieces per pizza, and then I'll just break it off and put it all over the pizza. So just roll them up and get them ready, and then I use pepperoni, which I also get from the deli section of your supermarket. And I'll just pull all them out and get them all ready on a plate as well. So I like putting barbecue chicken in all my pizzas, but if I was doing barbecue chicken pizzas, I would do half a chook on each pizza. So I would split it up into 2 bowls. So I just pull it all off the bone and put it in a bowl. So for the lot, I also add some sliced mushroom. I slice up some capsicum, doesn't matter if it's red or green. I get sliced black olives. I got Spanish ones this time, but I love the Greek ones. You want some pineapple pieces, so you put them all in a bowl, and then how many you need, just drain them really well in a strainer, otherwise you'll have a mushy pizza. We don't want that. And anchovies. Oh, mate, I reckon they're disgusting, but heaps of people love them. So anchovies has got to be a must. And I'm spewing, the only thing I'm missing is prawns. If I had prawns, I'd have everything. The dough's got 10 minutes to go to do what it's got to do. So now we want to preheat our ovens at 240 degrees Celsius, which is 10 degrees off the highest you can get. Alright, so for the bases, I use a pasta sauces. Now I've got a Regoletto one today, but Legos or Domio or any of them will do. Do them with whatever you want. I can't even read. Tomato and garlic, this one is. But yeah, so pasta sauce for the base and barbecue sauce. So if I'm doing barbecue chicken or Bbq Meat Lovers, I'll use the barbecue sauce as well. And then when I'm doing with the lot or the cheese and garlic ones, I'll just use the tomato base one. And then for cheeses, I always use the pizza cheese, shredded pizza cheese. Make sure I always use the shredded pizza cheese. And for the stuffed crust, I'll use mozzarella for around the stuffed. And then I'll also sprinkle a little bit on it as well. Okay, so we've got the bases and cheeses ready. Now that we've got everything all cut up and ready to go, it makes it so much fun because now we can just make the pizzas. So I finally got some round pizza trays and I'm pretty excited about that. But up until now, I've just used my cookie tray and just made them as rectangle pizzas. There's no big deal. If you don't have anything yet and you're trying to make them, just get your oven tray and tip it upside down and just use the base of it as a pizza base. Alright, so it's really important to have lots of flour on your trays. Make sure you get it near the edges because so to help it not stick when we do the crust. Alright, and then I'm just going to stick them on my stove top because the heat from the oven coming up will warm them up a bit. Pizzas love it when your pizza trays are warm. Yay, now for the fun part. Alright, tape it off. Look at that. Hope you can see that through there. It goes down straight away as soon as you uncover it. Mate, that is perfect. Okay, so the first one. So first thing we do, just make sure you're ready. Alright, is we stab it and just move around once just to get all the gas out. Okay, get our scraper, scrape it out onto our make sure you can, I'm in the right thing here. Flour over it. Alright, we just want to keep flouring it until it's workable. It sticks to the bottom, just keep flouring it up. Just like that. That's all we want to do. Alright, now we're going to put that in the middle of our pizza tray and do the same with the next one. And now always have a bowl of flour ready because you'll need it while you're doing it. Alright, bit of flour on your hands. Push it out. Fingertips. I want to go up and over. If it starts to get a bit sticky, more on your hands. Don't be afraid to use that, it's all good. So I want to get it out to the edge of it. That's why it's important to have it underneath, because it will stick. Okay. Alright, I'm going to clean my hands. Mozzarella. Alright, so I get the mozzie and I put it in little piles around it, and I leave like a centimetre off the edge. And around the whole thing we go. Alright, so now we get it and we go over the top and push it in. Over the top and push it in. Just keep going around, put it over it and push it in. Whole way around. So it'll push all the cheese back as you're pushing it down. I'll go this way. Oh my god, this is so yummy and so much fun. Alright, if your hands get sticky, flour. Now we want to try and seal it as much as we can. It's a little bit hard to do. It will leak out. Do not panic. It still makes it so yummy. Just keep going. Stretch it over it. Push it back. Pat it down. Wow. Yum. Alright, that is our first base ready. I'm just going to have a look at the camera and see. Oh, I hope you can see that. How awesome that is. Okay, now for the second one. So I'm going to leave that on my stove top because, like I said, dough loves the warmth anyway. It'll be fine sitting there. Second one, I'll do the same thing again and flatten it out. For the lot, I'm going to use a cheesy garlic crust, stuffed crust. So I just use the minced garlic in the jar. But if you've got fresh garlic, just what do you call it? You know what I mean. Use that thingamajiggy and... Alright, so I'm going to get it on and just spread it out around where the cheese goes. Okay, make sure you leave that 1 centimetre clear. And do that the whole way around the pizza. And then we do the same thing again. Dip your fingers into the flour, up and over it, and push it in. Now I'll just get all the ingredients and I will make these normally all day long. They are so good when you've let them go cold. I just cut them into 4, wrap them singly in Glad wrap and chuck them in the freezer. And then when you got people over or you want to have a few drinks and you can't be bothered cooking or whatever, you can preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius. You can get them out from frozen. Take them out of the plastic, put them on your tray, put them in there for 10 to 12 minutes and they taste just as nice as the day you made them. I actually quite like it better reheated the next day anyway. So yeah, if you wanted to make them and reheat them the next day, you can leave it in the fridge and do that as well. But these are just brilliant. So I'll make heaps of them up. I was about to say shitloads. I'll make shitloads of them up. And it's awesome. I'll do a month's worth. It's just brilliant. I only started making these because the local pizza bar closed down. And then there's no pizza for miles and miles. And I thought, I'll bugger it. I'll look them all up and see what I can do. And it's pretty basic at first, but I'm getting there now. And so will you. So much fun. Alright, I'll clean off my bench and we'll make the first one up. The first one we're going to make is the Bbq Meat Lovers. So I'll get a little bit of the pasta sauce first. Now I put nowhere near as much on as I would on a normal thin pizza, like when I do them in the rectangle trays, because when you got the crust like this, it sort of makes a sort of like a soup or something because of the outside bit keeping it all in there. It's not all flat. So just go a little bit less when you're making these stuffed crust ones. That way they won't go all soggy. They'll still go a bit soggy because of all that cheese. Okay. The meat lovers, get the barbecue sauce. Gotta have the barbecue sauce, why? Oh yeah. Okay. Now, because some of the cheese does leach out of the crust, you don't have to put a lot in. So we're only going to... I like mozzarella on the bottom, so just a light sprinkle of it. Put it in the middle. Alright, chopped up bacon first. All to your taste, of course, a little or as much as you want. I always go hard with everything. Can't help myself. Oh yeah. Making pizza. How easy is this so far, eh? Seriously. I mean, there's a lot to cut everything up and all that, but you know, big deal. It's like, just awesome. And the fact that you can make them to suit however you like them. And they're just a bit fancy. Okay, now I'll get the sliced ham. And I'll just tear it off and just dump chunks on there. On the big rectangle ones, I'd use 4 pieces, but on these smaller round ones, I would just use 2. Now, chicken, barbecue chicken. I swear I can feel a hair somewhere. I hate that feeling. Blind as a friggin' bat, can't see anything. Alright. Nice big chunks. I love the big chunks of chicken. Pepperoni. Oh yeah. As little or as much as you want. It is meat lovers after all. Okay, once we smash that on, some onion. Oh, everywhere. I love making pizzas, it's so messy. Okay, and then I like using the, oh hang on, barbecue sauce on the very top. And then I'll use the peach cheese, which is usually 3 different cheeses in one. Parmesan, cheddar and mozzarella, I think it is pizza cheese. And I won't put a lot on this either, because we're doing the crust one, but just cover it. The first one is done. Alright, our barbecue meat lovers goes in for exactly 15 minutes. Oh yeah, baby, make it pizza. Okay, while that one is cooking, we will get our next one ready because it can sit there. Okay, so for the lot, we do the tomato base. A little bit of mozzarella. Can't help it, every time I make it I've got to sing that. Alright, so we do the same meats over again first. So we do the bacon. This is all optional, of course. You can add or take out anything you want from it. Mate, even if you haven't got much at home and you just use a bit of cheese, just grate up your block cheese, doesn't matter what, just anything. Find some stuff in the cupboard, throw it all on there. It absolutely works, and you've seen how cheap the bases are to make. And once you've got your yeast, I always put mine in the fridge. Once you've got that, that'll last for ages. You can do your breads and your doughs and everything with it. And you know, and you've got your flour, you don't need anything else. Ham. You know, some people go, why would you use bacon and ham? They're heaps the same thing. Because I can. Alright. Chicken. And when I do the barbecue chicken too, you've got to have the skin in that with it, mate. Oh, you just got to. I know all your healthy ones are out there like, ah! But hey, you can make your healthy ones if you want with your rabbit food on top. It's all good. Okay. Alright, we've got that, that, and that, and that. Alright, so now we need, where is it? God, crap everywhere. So they're the meats except the pepperoni which goes on top. So now I'll put capsicum. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter, like I said before, red or green. If you don't like it, or you don't like it like that, you can always chop it up a lot smaller. But I'm actually making this one for my partner because I don't do anchovies, and he like loves chunky capsicum and that. Alright, mushroom. Now, where are we up to? Some pineapple pieces. Alright, they call that chunky pineapple for a reason, mate. That's just huge. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh dear. Okay. Where are we up to? Onion. Olives. Last time we said, I ain't even got enough on, so I'll olive it right friggin' up this time. Olives everywhere. Oh, so peaceful making these. I love it. That's why I love doing heaps too, because you get to make all the different sorts of them. And people freak out when you pull it out of the freezer and chuck it in the oven and give it to them. They just can't believe that it's homemade pizza and that it's been frozen. It's pretty awesome. Okay, olives. Now, here goes the anchovies. Oh, mate, these remind me of bait. They even feel like bait. Oh. And he loves the bloody things. You don't ever put enough on. Oh, because they're bloody disgusting. You ain't touching them. Alright, so on with the anchovies. It's got bits of chilli already on it. That's what I forgot to say too, chilli. Optional, of course, but I want chilli, and I never put enough of that on either. So I found a real hot bugger. I thought, yeah, you want more chilli? So I'm going to put a really hot ass chilli on there. Only this time, I get such a smart ass, and then like later on, I'm going out for a ciggy and that, and my lips are all burning, and then I rub my eye, and my eyes all burning. It's like, oh my god! So I've got it back as usual. So yeah, if you're going to cut up a chilli, I'm using one of these little hot buggers, make sure you wash your hands over and over and over after you cut it up. I'll say it and forget about it, you watch. Otherwise you're in trouble. And if you don't want it as hot, you leave the seeds out, but I ain't doing that. Okay, chilli over it. I bet I've forgotten something. I'm spewing now. You can just pretend I'm putting prawns all over it now. Okay, let's see. I've got that in it, that in it. Alright, I reckon I've covered everything there. Okay, so now a little bit of pizza cheese on top. And mate, as soon as the other one comes out, this one goes in for 15 minutes exactly. I love a making a pizza. What have we got left? Oh, got 8 minutes left. Sit down and have a cuppa. 15 minutes later, out comes the first pizza. And luckily, I remembered at the last minute the pepperoni, and I put that on the lot one, and in she goes for 15 minutes. Oh yeah. So I'll just get a scraper and just scrape around it. I tell you what, these don't come out as good on camera as they do in real life, mate. Alright, cut her up. Look at this, my friends. Oh my god, it is so yummy. You absolutely have to give it a crack. I'll leave it there for a couple more minutes, and we'll get with the lot out in a minute. Oh yeah. Ooh, mate. And here's the one with the lot. As you can see, there's a little rip in that one there, and you can see it all oozing out of there. Oi, thanks heaps for watching. You have got to give it a crack. It is so much fun and they are so yummy. Have a great night and I will see you all really soon. Bye.